Hey folks, it's me again with a real quick Big Bear Fights video for the brand extension week 1 stuff that happened. Now I've seen a lot of videos done on this where they reviewed both Smackdown Raw separately. I will not. I will do it kind of like combined in one video. But I am going to throw NXT in here at the end because NXT has 1 hour every week on Wednesday night on the network, and they got 1 hour to impress you. If they impress me, they will be thrown into these videos where I do them. So let's throw into this one. First off, I want to talk Raw and Smackdown though. Both shows started off pretty much the same, and I think they both stepped up tremendously, and I loved it. They both started off. Raw brought all the superstars out on the ramp, the top of the ramp, to speak to them, and Smackdown brought all the superstars and put them around the ring. Raw announced that they needed a title because, of course, Dean Ambrose took the world title to SmackDown. So they needed someone to come out, or they needed a title, and they announced that they are introducing the Universal WWE Universal Championship. So that pretty cool. I don't like the name. I think it's too much, but hey, it's not as bad. But anyways, then they announced, but they have to have an opponent, and Seth Rollins is automatically going to SummerSlam to face them. I'm not a big fan of this move. I think Seth Rollins is Stephanie's golden boy, because I mean, I thought he should be put into these matches that night, and maybe the two winners go on to SummerSlam and face each other. That's not the case. So she announced that there will be a 2 Fatal 4-Ways, and the 2 winners will face in the main event, and the winner will go on to SummerSlam. So you had guys like Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Rusev, trying to think. There were a few of them, and you did see some of the new generation stars. Sami Zayn. You saw some of them step up in these matches, but in the end of the night, Finn Balor was the winner of both the Fatal 4-Way and the main event, and will go on to SummerSlam to face Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. So, also while they were on the top of the ramp, Mick Foley announced that the night before, Sasha Banks and Bayley had beaten Charlotte and Dana Brooks. Now that was an awesome match in itself, but I'm not going to talk about that. Anyways, he said because of that, Sasha Banks was going to get a title shot, women's title shot. And Sasha Banks, as we all know, went on to win that women's title and become the new WWE Women's Champion. Congratulations, Sasha Banks. So Raw stepped up the game, and that was awesome. I loved it. So now it's time for SmackDown. SmackDown, you got to step it up, and they did exactly that. Brought the wrestlers down to ring apron to announce that they need to find an opponent for SummerSlam against Dean Ambrose. And the way they were going to do that is they were going to have a 6-pack match at the end of the night, main event. Winner goes on to face Dean Ambrose. So they started picking superstars out. You had guys like the show-off Dolph Ziggler. You had all these guys that were being picked. Then you had but there was only 5 picked, and basically there was going to be a battle royal, which started at the beginning of the show to pick the 6th and final competitor. Anyways, it went on. The night did on that one. And the winner was the show-off Dolph Ziggler. Will be heading to SummerSlam to face, and I loved it. You see Dolph get that match he deserves. And that's what this brand extension is going to do, by the way. It's going to give these superstars that don't get the opportunities on a regular basis an opportunity. Also on the night, we saw a great segment between the women's division. after the Natty versus Becky match, and Becky won. You saw all the women start coming down, talking, and kind of show that the women's division is a strong division in SmackDown. So all in all, SmackDown stepped up their game. And I'm actually going to give SmackDown the edge here, and I'm going to say I think they won it. Because SmackDown for weeks has been terrible. But now they stepped up their game this week, and I'm going to give them the edge here. Barely, but I'm going to give them it. And then on NXT, we knew NXT needed to step up their game too. And I think they have been over the few weeks. They've done it. The Nakamura versus Finn Balor match was a big step up a little while back. This to last Wednesday night was a big step up too. As they announced that Nakamura is going to get a title shot against Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe came down and said no, he's not. Basically, Finlay came down and said, "Fine, if you don't want that match, give me your title." I think that's going to be awesome. Can't wait. So they did step it up too. So that's all I got. But yeah, SmackDown won this week in my opinion, but barely won. So you may have a different opinion. You may think Raw won. That's awesome. I just think SmackDown had to show that they had a women's division too, and I think they did that. So I'm going to get on out of here. Catch you guys later. I'll be watching this week, and let's see what goes on. Peace.